came here to take over the game. Yeah. Still. You know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. To us it's a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them our facts. That's exactly what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love back. Yeah. And Ben Worthy like 42 on the Lakers.
Good evening, and you're welcome. You are now rocking with the best, the one and only, the Politics as Usual NBA podcast, where we're talking everything NBA related, and we have some sneaker talk. Make sure you follow us at all the social media. Politics as Usual talk on all the social medias. Follow us. Don't just watch, subscribe. We're trying to build something here, and we need support. Thank you all for supporting us thus far. I got my man, Pots and Pans, Adam Carter, with us. What's up, good man?
What's up, Jack? How you doing?
Hey, man, we are making it in this world out here, man. A lot of basketball this week, for sure. Super Cup is among us.
Listen, we still need a check for that name. We coined that. Can't nobody
let
take
me catch that anywhere, and then you can have a lawsuit hunting you down. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So you ready, Jack? You ready to dive in, Jack? Let's jump right in, Jack. So, like he says, go ahead.
First, you got sneaks of the week. You got some.
I was going there, brother. Oh, don't you worry.
I was about to say,
like you said in the intro, even some sneaker talk. So my brother knows I was very hype about these pair that came out on Saturday. I texted him. I said, "Did you get them?" He had no context to the text. He just. I said, "Did you get them?" He said, "Brother, what are we talking about?" I said, "Did you get the 9s?" He said, "I forgot they were coming out, but I had to have them." So the sneaks of the week for me this week are them Jordan 9s, the olives, Jack. I have waited years to get my hands on a fresh pair of these. I even text Chris Scott on Saturday, and we had a conversation about it. He said, as soon as I saw him come out, I thought about you, brother. So for anybody that knows me, this is my one of my favorite pairs of sneakers, Jack. What you going with this week?
You've been wanting them for a while, man. Finally got to release. They finally listened to the people who brought the brand to this level, us.
Give the people what they want.
Not these young people out here wanting 1,000 pair of ones. I'm tired of it. Speaking of
peanut butter and jelly ones.
Oh, man. I just sent Brandi and Camille a gang, like 10, they all $90 at the Nike outlet. It's like 50 pairs. Over flooded the market, man.
Yeah, they killed them with that.
My joke
LeBron would never.
I got these here. I was gifted these Fear of God Athletic 2s by the great Jerry Lorenzo himself. I was out in Atlanta covering the Overtime Elite League, and they was the good folks of Fear of God and Adidas were so kind. These bad boys are so comfortable. I really dig these. I like that.
Yeah, I like.
Sure. They are smooth, man. You can wear these to church, the mosque, the bar mitzvah. You can wear these. You get cheesesteak. You getting shrimp scampi or crab cake. These bad boys feel like I got on slippers. So in older age, I'm about comfort as well. So I like these.
We're gonna see those on Christmas Day in your pajama. Your matching pajama pictures. You're gonna have those on.
Guaranteed. Yeah, man. We got a lot of basketball stuff to get to. Some is heartbreaking for me, but I'll let you take us away.
Let's jump right in, Jack. So let's talk about Embiid's return, Jack. Wasn't quite the return that we were looking for. The now 2-8 Sixers. Embiid came back with 13 points, 2-11 shooting. He was 8 for 8 from the foul line, but 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 block, and a 111-99 loss to the New York Knicks, Jack. Not quite the return we were looking for.
No, he looked out of gas as we should expect it. A little rusty. Couldn't keep up with Cat. Cat looked like he was on 10, and then Embiid looked like he was struggling with a 6. Mm-hmm. But what I really liked is Jay McCain. Sixers got a player in that kid.
Yeah.
I thought so. I talked to him at the draft. He just seemed like a cool, nice dude, but he can play. And I like how Paul George looked. So I took some key takeaways from that. And Paul George, when he's playing like that, we get Embiid and Maxey. we can really play with the Knicks.
And I think a good point that you made was the progress of McCain. And you know what? Unfortunately, he is going to benefit from Maxi's injury. Unfortunately, this playing time and this extra minutes early in the season that he probably wouldn't have got if Maxey was in full strength is actually going to end up playing into the favor for the Sixers and for McCain in general.
And you are so right. He has no fear, man. He be out there. You would rather have different colors. Yo, listen, TikTok following. Yo, but he get on that court, he be bringing it, man. He's like imagine he's like Josh Hart.
I like that comparison.
Running around, hustling, man. You need them kind of players, man. And
does all the dirty work.
Yeah, we need those kind of players. And Sixers are up tonight, man. They ain't got nobody playing, so he probably gonna get 40 tonight. He needs to get 40.
So let's talk about this, Jack. So after the game, Embiid was quoted as saying, "It's all about confidence and trusting myself." And then he goes on to, could be next game that he gets his rhythm back, could be a couple weeks. And then he said, I don't know, might be next game, might be in game 2, but usually pretty fast. I'm fine. He said, I know I said never play in back-to-backs, but I troll. Apparently, he changed his mind today because he is, in fact, not playing in the back-to-back. In fact, he's not playing, and neither is Paul George. Grove's not playing. A's not playing. Anybody you can think of, Dr. J ain't playing, Iverson, nobody's playing.
Not even Mo Cheeks, he ain't playing. Mo Cheeks, good, it's crazy. Yo, and
they rolling over their grave, Jack.
Yo, we was talking before we went live, like, yo, man, we're fortunate to be in the East. They're going to be 2-9 tonight because who can beat Cleveland? Cleveland is looking like a juggernaut out there,
right?
So they're going to take that L tonight unless something miraculous happens. And they're already 10 games behind Cleveland, and about 8 or so behind. But everybody else is mediocre, so they're not too far off. Thank God the Bucks are not doing as well. Even the Knicks are recent. Right. They're probably 500 team. I think they're like 6-4 now.
Right.
So they are very fortunate. Hopefully. George and Embiid can get some victories, and it looks like they're going to reevaluate Maxey soon. So hopefully we can get him back because I'm so used to seeing him moving the way he moves that offense, and they look slow last night.
Yeah,
they can't beat the Knicks at a slow game. The Knicks love walking that ball up. Brunson, they don't play speedy except for Hart. So our advantage is Maxey because nobody can keep up with him. And in that fourth quarter, that really showed out. But I'm glad to see him be back. Mad rusty. Us timing was off because those falling ways, anything in the paint, he's making those. But he was missing those. His legs weren't in it. 3 minutes into the first quarter, sub. He looked like me. I was the best at doing that. Gary Bowers, get me out. I will find a way to put Gary Bowers in there.
Shout out to Gary Bowers. Bowers, get me out.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But yeah,
he
man.
Like me out there last night.
They're struggling, Jack, and unfortunately, Sixers are the team this year. They're the Detroit Pistons. People circle. They play the Sixers and say barbecue chicken. Let's go out and get a win tonight.
Alert, man.
Alert.
That was not supposed to. You could not tell me in the summer this was going to be happening. I thought we'd be rolling like Cleveland or close to that. The way how Boston's been playing, it's been crazy, man. But thankfully, we can chalk it up to injuries and them not playing. Not that they it's hard when you got your full team like the Bucks. Even though Chris Middleton's not there, but you would think when you have a Giannis and Dame, y'all be rolling. They ain't rolling.
Right.
So hope we could take some comfort in that. But they got it's 10 games of the season. We gotta hit with these back-to-backs. I thought I heard somebody say this morning they have 15 back-to-backs heading like towards the end of the season. So now we're going to need to make up those games.
Absolutely.
That we're missing now when you talk about playoff positioning. See, I'm a big believer in you got to play that season out. Yeah. You can't just show up in April and get to play. I don't see it work I've never seen it work like that.
Yeah.
You got to play the season.
That has only worked for a Miami Heat who got to, but there's few and far between. But yeah, like you said.
And we see them now. how that kind of, and that's how Jimmy Butler kind of getting a little. You got that shade from Pat Riley now. He said you got to be here.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
So, man, so Sixers, we got to fix this thing quick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's switch gears, Jack. An exciting night in the Bay last night. Klay Thompson made his return to Golden State.
Your hero,
my hero, the captain, as they call him, in a loss for Dallas, 117-120, Jack. But Klay did not disappoint, had 22 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 for 12.
He gave him one of these. He gave him one of these, I saw.
Gave him one of the shakes.
I said, okay.
One of the shakes. But the star of stars, as always, was Todd Hill. I mean, Steph Curry. Looked just like one of them Todd Curry boys.
Oh, yeah. Last name Curry.
37 points.
Got to be a Ken.
37 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 for 12 from 3, including that big 3 at the end of the game to put him to bed. It was exciting to see Steph that excited. He doesn't usually get that excited.
He looked like it was game 7.
Yeah.
He looked like look how competitive he was not going to let Klay get that game last night. And I didn't see it. I fell asleep on it. You know, them West Coast games is killing me. So I fell asleep. But it was on the last 5 minutes when I got downstairs. Like the replay for TNT had the last 5 minutes of the game. So I watched it. And brother, Steph Curry, the last 4 minutes looked like the Olympics, man.
Yeah.
He was so high, had the crowd. I know E40 was going crazy out there.
But Klay looked good, though. Klay looked
good, man.
Hit a couple big threes, and shout out to Golden State because I guess they gave out the captain hats from when he won the championship and he was on the yacht and had the captain hat on. So they did a great job of tributing to Klay. All the fans had the hats on, and they did a video for him and standing ovation. Well deserved for him, Jack.
Yeah, man. And you could tell when they went a little further, he was going to cry. Because they said in the pregame meeting, Shaq said he shouldn't cry. You know, Shaq hates anything. But I was like,
anti-happy.
He hates it all, man. I think he's going to get emotional. Clay's an emotional guy. We talk about that the whole season. He takes that stuff, good stuff, but he's an emotional guy.
Good stuff, bad stuff.
He is
emotional.
He's going to cry, he's going to laugh, But to see him play, but I was like, what's going on with Luka this year? Yeah.
Doesn't quite look like
Kyrie looks
MVP
great
candidate. Yeah,
Kyrie looks great. Well, I'm like, you know what? Draymond Insane Green played phenomenal.
Listen, did you see the beginning of the game? Listen, when I was looking forward to the handshakes, I was like, oh God, what is Draymond going to do when the game starts? He went over and slapped Klay's hand probably as hard as he could, slapped him on the back and said, let's go. I was like, oh God, Klay, you're in trouble. keep your eye on him. You're the enemy now. Keep your eye on him.
I heard Steph say, he said he never thought in a million years they ran a post play for Klay. The first play, it was a post play. He is the guard Klay. He said I had to foul him. He said he wasn't going to score on me. They took that game so personal, man. I love it.
That was a play for both teams. Well, for both players, I would say Klay and Draymond and Steph. But imagine if they see each other in the playoffs, Jack.
Woo! I hope that's a matchup. I hope please. If shout out to Chris Jones, who always say there's somebody writing the scripts in the pro leagues. He always says that. They got a script writer or what was. Please, I hope they write that. I want to see more that in the 7-game series, buddy.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
For both teams fully healthy, that's a good series, Jack.
And I would say that Kerr's doing a great job with that team. I'm probably more surprised at them than Cleveland.
Right.
Because I thought Cleveland has the pieces there. But I don't even know these guys in Golden State.
Great segue, Jack. Let's talk about now. You the segue king.
Segue king.
That's the title this week. Need to change it from no back-to-backs to segue king. So as we stated earlier, Jack, the Cleveland Cavaliers are playing the Philadelphia 76ers tonight. They are rolling, Jack. Man. They are currently 12-0. I'm going to speak a win into existence. They'll be 13-0 after tonight. But you know what I found most interesting, Jack? Though it's a concerted, it's a rounded effort from man, all their players. Jack, you got Mitchell, 23.7 points per game. You got Jared Allen averaging 10 rebounds. You got Garland averaging almost 7 assists. Donovan Mitchell, almost 2 steals a game. Evan Mobley is 2 blocks a game. And then you got Karis LeVert. They have a nice team, Jack. And the coaching has been phenomenal.
They moving that ball now. Less ISO. Let's watch Donovan play. But when that ball's moving, man, they got a lot of talent on that team, and they would be so tough to play just because they got 2 7-footers out there.
Yeah,
and I'm always a fan of 2 7-footers. I love when they was putting out Gasol and Bynum and Odom. Man, what you gonna do with that front line? And they're versatile. So I'm buying if they got stock to sell. I'm buying more of that Cleveland stock. I like that team, man. I really do. They're rolling, man.
Yeah, man. So it's exciting to see basketball be important again in Cleveland. I saw a stat that said the last time that they had a record similar to this one, unfortunately, was around the first time that I think Trump got into office, I believe, around about that same time.
Right.
So but that's when that was with LeBron, though. That was a different Cleveland team.
One year,
yeah. So Jack. So exciting to see basketball rocking and rolling down there in Cleveland, Jack. All right, let's switch gears, Jack. On a serious note, we finally figured out what was up with Coach Pop, Jack. It was announced that he suffered a stroke on November 2nd. He said it was a mild stroke, Jack, but anybody that has ever known anybody that had a stroke, that's some serious and some scary stuff, Jack.
Yeah, man. Yeah, him 72 years old. Suddenly, for them to keep it this quiet, and it was something pretty serious, man. I just hope that he recovers. Who knows if they said today, I heard Shab talking about he's planning on returning this season. So, that's just crazy, though. You just one day, you just sit next to Pops and you get the call, you the coach now.
Right.
So that is some kind of transition. Prayers up to the Popovich family, and we sure need him back on the sidelines because he's like Bill Belichick when they ask him questions on the sideline. He hates every minute of it. He hates it.
but you know the funny thing about Pop is he really has a good sense of humor when he's in a good mood. Like he's a cool
funny guy though. We in the middle of that game and it's tight. That's the last thing you want to do. You know who used to be the best at it when him and Craig Sager would talk. Oh my God.
R.I.P. to Craig Sager. He was them two together was crazy.
Yeah, man. But man, they still, Wemby and Chris Paul, still Castle came back from injury. So they still got a lot of good pieces down there, man. And I can see them in the play-in in late spots. I definitely can see that happening for them.
Did you see the block from Wemby the other night on Sabonis? Sabonis had him in the paint, spun on him, had Wemby lost.
Yes.
Wemby did a 360 the opposite way, a 180 the opposite way, and still blocked the shot. I'm like, nobody else in the world can do that besides Wemby.
He is so tall, man. Tall and athletic. Like that play right there was like, yo, who can do that? Because Sabonis is not short, 6'10", 6'11" guy. He ain't not short. And that was wild, man. Wemby, alien.
Yeah, man. So it's going to be exciting to see him progress. But like Grove said, prayers up to the Popovich family. NBA needs him back ASAP. Jack needs him back.
Yes.
All right, Jack. Let's switch gears, Jack. The season has been interesting, Jack, with the not due to great play necessarily, but to the injuries, Jack. It's a lot of big name injuries this season, Jack. Just to run off a few, Jack. So we got Ja Morant out with his hip. Got Tyrese Maxey.
Can I pause for 1 second?
Yes, sir.
Did you see the Donovan Mitchell spin like Ja John?
Did not see it.
I gotta text that to you.
I
He didn't
missed
switch
it.
hands, but he did it. He did it. It was, but yeah. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No, that was
oh,
worth it. Worth it.
yeah, I'm gonna send that soon the show over. But you said we got Ja.
We
It
got
seems
Ja
like
with the hip.
Ja's going to get hurt because he plays so he didn't learn nothing. He gotta stop that. Yo, if I'm the coach, I'm like, dog, you don't gotta jump over everybody.
Just reckless in life. Just
Exactly, you nailed it. He's just a reckless Negro. Yo, we just running around. Oh, I'm on Instagram live with a gun. I'm reckless, Ja. He played just like that, man. Yo, he's like he's in my top. I love his game, man.
Oh, one of my favorite players.
He's got to slow down, man, so you can have some longevity. Him, Maxi's out.
We got Maxi. We got our boy Palo. I love saying his name. Palo.
Hello. That would hurt me the most because it looked like he was about to have a year. He was.
I had them picked to win to be in the
Yes, you
Super
did.
Cup championship. Yeah.
He was playing on the same level as Anthony Davis. They was putting up similar numbers. He's out. Kawhi probably won't even play this year. I doubt if we gonna see him this year.
Kawhi's out with the knee injury.
I'll never understand why they, we're looking at, we're gonna go with Kawhi or George. Who has the most? Who's more likely to play? And they went with Kawhi. That's interesting, man.
Yeah,
got him out.
Yeah, in the year that they got a brand new stadium, I think that was definitely a mistake, Jack.
Yeah, you're supposed to pay both of them, I think, just for times like this. Also, Zion Williamson
out with a hamstring strain, Jack.
That's like a recurring. I don't, I'm not no medical expert, but he keeps having issues with his hamstrings. And he came probably the best shape he came in, so that's so unfortunate, man. And DeJounte Murray, same team, broke his hand.
Yeah, absolutely. He's another one on the list.
And when I saw my one of my favorites, Chet Holmgren, man, I knew that was serious.
Hip fracture.
You don't yell out like that. Yeah, that where he yelled out, I said that's serious. But oh man, so many injuries, and I'm trying to figure out. People was like, we didn't get injured as much in the 80s and 90s, and they were saying. I heard one of the OGs say they need to have more training camp and maybe take the preseason a little bit more serious. I don't know if that will help or not. Is it because, and then a lot of people say their bodies move differently now because you didn't have 6'11" guys running out to the 3-point line trying to stop a Steph Curry.
Right.
And they just said sometimes over time, just the the wear and tear of doing that every night. Okay. That's
that's a good point, but I would also argue that these players are in better shape.
That's what you would think. The science is better. That's what I'm like. Yo,
workouts are different.
I don't know, and it seems like they don't practice as much, but they still seem to get hurt a lot.
Right, Jack. Kevin Durant is on this injured list. Calf strain.
For me, I'd watch that. Because remember, he had got lower calf issues, and he had that issue in the Olympics.
Yeah.
He missed a couple games. So
the first couple games, right.
37 years old. And we were just talking about he's playing minutes. He didn't miss a game. We were on Embiid, and come to find out the next day he was injured. So that's something to keep your eyes on. And it's not like all these guys are stars.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Porzingis.
Porzingis, another one. And the crazy thing is with Porzingis, they probably don't even need Porzingis right now.
They act like, I'm trying to figure out, why did they get him? They got him for that one game against Dallas. That one game, they so good.
Incredible.
Any other team would be crying about Porzingis being injured. They rolling.
Yeah, and probably last on that list of people that are part of like a contending team. You got Aaron Gordon out for Denver with them losing a lot of their depth. having Aaron Gordon out is a major loss for them. And the Joker, I mean, probably going on another MVP season if he keeps it up. I mean, incredible.
The numbers are crazy.
The numbers
are crazy. I don't know how long he can keep it up. And here's what's funny: like the games have been close. Every game, like they're fighting for their lives in Denver. Year or two ago, they're winning those games by 10, 15. So I don't know.
And the Joker's having to put up.
Do something.
Joker's putting up 37, 19, and 15, like crazy numbers.
And they need every bit of it. It ain't him just getting it. He killing and they up 20. They are in those games to the last second. And Murray, a guy who I would have thought who would have taken all. Remember, we was on here last season in the show talking about he never made All-Star. This is his. He got his money. I don't get it. Maybe he can only play against the Lakers. When he sees LeBron James and D-Lo, he turns into Clyde Drexler. Nobody expected to hear that name tonight. But he let him go against Ant-Man and SGA. And look, he ain't even on the team. I don't get it.
Listen, that year in the bubble, I know we're going back 4 years, but that year in the bubble, you couldn't tell me that he wasn't a top 10. That year in the bubble, he was a top 5 player. Donovan Mitchell had a big I would have thought that Donovan Mitchell and Murray were on the same playing field. I would have thought they were. Yes. It would have been an argument to me back then who was better.
Yes.
But hasn't lived up to his expectations yet.
I don't get it. Is Joker making him look good, or I just I don't know, man. I don't get it, man. But he's been dealing with a couple injuries too. That Aaron Gordon, man, that's a tough injury, man. And they have, as you said, the lack of depth. So man, a lot of injuries, man.
Yeah, Jack. Well, exciting news. We have a new segment to our politics as usual that we're going to announce today. So with the new segment this week, it's called Hit the Panic Button.
That's hilarious.
Hey, no back-to-backs. Take it away. Who we hit the panic button?
Yo. The Milwaukee Bucks.
Boop.
Yo, I gotta hit it. I gotta hit it. Yo, I'm nervous for them. Doc Rivers. Yo, they gotta hit that button, man.
Hey, Briz, can you make it clean so we can put Doc in the middle? He gonna need a job.
Doc, Austin Rivers gonna kill us when he see this. Yo, man, listen. I don't know, man. I think
he said, "Don't worry, we'll make the playoffs." I'm like, "Will you?"
No. Okay. They have no flexibility to make a move. They look old and slow. Oh man,
Middleton. As far as injuries, we could have added to that list.
Forgot about Middleton. Man,
you almost forget
Middleton. Yeah, if he can return to anywhere near his old form. So for the Milwaukee Bucks, for the debut of the new segment, I'm gonna hit that panic button.
But you know where I think the panic comes from, though, in Milwaukee?
Yeah,
they're missing Antetokounmpo. They're missing him. Not Giannis, though. All went down.
So where is he? Where is he? I gotta look that up. What's his name? Thanos.
Where is he?
Yo, they need that energy on the sideline. Every sideline needs that hype man. Don't let somebody foul Giannis. He run right out there.
Listen, he has proven to be more valuable than Milwaukee ever.
Exactly.
They are struggling, Jack.
Woo, I know they beat the Raptors. Everybody can beat them. Scotty Barnes injured, so they can beat. But they've been man, and I remember last when we debuted this show. Oh, I was high on the Bucks. I didn't even see him play. I just figured 2-2. But you couldn't have never told me that really they traded him for Drew Holiday. Wait a minute. They let Drew Holiday go up to Boston. Oh, but I'm ready to hit that panic button for the Bucks.
Between letting Drew Holiday go and firing Budenholzer, Those two things right there. Because you figure you keep
Yes.
Budenholzer, you keep Drew Holiday. Even with Middleton hurt, you could have made
Yeah.
some trades. That team would have still been exciting. They could have still been at the top of the charts, Jack. But they proved to make some bad decisions that ultimately they're paying for, and they might end up losing Giannis because of it, Jack.
And I like, man, even if they keep Budenholzer and trade Drew, maybe it's different if he's there with Dame. Because
Yeah,
he's making a
absolutely.
difference. He makes a difference immediately at Phoenix. Phoenix look like a whole new team.
With
All these
Budenholzer,
Adams, him
absolutely.
and Tyus, they look like a team. And I couldn't
Absolutely.
stand Booker bringing that ball. It was driving me crazy. He needs to be catching the ball, scoring.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
Absolutely.
yo, panic button.
All right, Jack. Let's move on, Jack. So it's time for another oldie but goodie.
Yes.
For real or Fugazi. For real or Fugazi. So I got a couple scenarios for you, Jack, and I need you to tell me, is this for real or is this Fugazi? So, Jack, let's stick with a topic that we already talked about on today's show, Jack. Is the Cleveland Cavaliers for real, or will they prove to end up being Fugazi?
I think they're realer than real deal Holyfield.
Realer than a dollar bill.
Yeah, I'm so on them, man. Garland, when Garland was on NBA Today talking about how him and Donovan became friends over the summer. That makes a big difference.
Yes, it
And
does.
the chemistry they got, and man, they got Karis LeVert come off the bench. I'm sold on them. I'm sold. I hate to say it, you know. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to put that in the air, but they are. Man, I like it. I like them. I like them in the Celtics as the top three. And they were talking about the Knicks. Or my boy Chuck Barkley. They was wilding yesterday. Yesterday they were unhinged. They was talking last week like they know this their last season. Well, they was wilding yesterday. But I think they can challenge the Bucks. When I look at them against the Sixers, I said the Sixers are too small against them. Who sticks Mobley for the
Right.
Sixers? That's what they present matchup problems to everybody.
Yes.
So that's why I really like them. And Atkinson coming from Golden State knows how to match things. That's what Curry's greatest gift as a coach, and Atkinson has that as well. They know how to put different lineups and match things together. That's why I think they'll be dangerous in the playoffs. I think they're for real.
All right, Jack. I got one more for you, Jack. So for real or Fugazi, the Denver Nuggets will figure it out and make their way back to the NBA championship, possibly against Cleveland or a New York or Boston. Is that for real or is that Fugazi, Jack?
Man, that's Fugazi.
On Donnie Brasco, he said it's a Fugazi.
Yeah, it's a Fugazi.
Fugazi.
That first game, when they played the OKC, that's all I need to say.
Yeah.
When I saw Chet block the Joker, then run all the way past him and get that dunk, I said, it's a new sheriff in town in the West. I don't know who. When they get back, when Hartenstein comes back in about a week or so, and when Chet comes back and SGA, and they got it's everybody's under 20. They got a bunch of 19-year-olds running wild. And
Running wild.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't see in this team. I don't see them be. They would have trouble with the Lakers. This team would have trouble against in a series. I don't see them taking on this Golden State Warriors. I don't see them taking. They can't beat the Ant-Man. This Ant-Man sees barbecue chicken when he sees Murray, and that's what they missing. I don't know. Any of you know it. But Murray, remember they used to have Pope and Bruce Brown, those versatile wings, those tough, gritty wings. They just don't have no more. And I think they really added to the character of that team. You need those guys because they got them over there on that's what the Lakers are missing. When they get Vandal back, I think it's gonna make a big addition. But Jaden Daniels for Minnesota, tough 3-and-D guy. You need those guys in the playoffs. all those guys they got down there. That changed the
Dallas has a bunch
Mavericks.
of
Mavericks when they got those
Dallas
guys
has a
changed the whole
bunch.
team. Those
Mhm.
3-and-D guys. So that's why the Sixers go out and get Caleb Martin. They know
Yeah.
the value of those kind of players, and I don't see them on Denver. So I don't think they get it together. Fugazi,
That is a
Brasco.
Fugazi. All right, Jack. So it's time for my favorite segment of the week, Jack.
What is that?
That's a fact, Jack. Stat of the week, Jack.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Jack. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Who is the youngest player?
Bronny James.
Youngest Bryce James. Who is the youngest player to ever play in the NBA? We've had a bunch of people come straight out of high school. Who is the youngest according to their birthday, according to the months and the days? Who's the youngest player to ever play in the NBA?
Let me take two. I may say Daryl Dawkins.
Nope.
I thought he was young. I just seen this a couple months ago. It's probably one of them late 2000 Anthony Bender or somebody from that. Tell me who it is.
You were close with the initials. Andrew Bynum, Jack.
Oh, yes, he was.
I just looked 18 at that. Years old in 6 days on November 2nd, 2005. Jack.
It was crazy. I've seen him because he went to school out here in Plainsboro where we live. So he went to school out here. So all this stuff. I just read this somewhere. Yeah. Right where I read it from. Yup.
Yeah, Jack. So Andrew Bynum, the youngest player to ever play in an NBA game. That is this week's That's a Fact, Jack stat.
Oh, man, you couldn't tell me Jack. We weren't going to win the championship when the Sixers traded for his bad knees. Oh, they conned me.
I think it was the afro. The afro is...
He has so much talent. We found out, he didn't care.
He didn't care.
He didn't care about showing that afro. He wasn't going to care about shooting the free throws in the gym. Man, what an era. Sixers took us through some stuff in our lifetime, man.
But, man, Andrew Bynum for the Lakers, though. Remember when he dunked on Shaq as a rookie and pushed him? Shaq was ready to take his head off.
Nobody never did this. Shaq was hot. But they got his money. I brought him up earlier, him and Gasol. And then was that Kobe? Woo! That was
Jack.
Man.
Yeah, man,
that was a good one right there. Bynum. Wow.
Yeah, Jack. And just like that, Jack, that is it for episode 5, Jack, season 2, Jack. So it's time for some shout outs. Jack, who you shouting out this week?
I want to shout out a few people. Shout out some good folks there. Jerry Lorenzo and Shane and all the folks at Fear of God who were so gracious and kind to me and gave me some stuff. Shout out to you, Stasia and Marine. And I want to give a big shout out. I didn't know who this guy was. Said his name was Mondre Alston. I said,
Alston? Listen, I had to Google him.
I said, who in the hell is Mondre Alston? I found out.
Come to find out,
DJ Dre Money. Dre Money. And hold on, let me pull it up. What did he win? He got awarded. He won. He was awarded.
NAACP, correct?
Yeah. The Tammy Chancellor Miles Economic Development Award. And he went up there, looked like he was trying to preach. I need that audio. So shout out to Dre Money. Well-deserved honor for all you've been doing. You've always been an inspiration. You've always been an entrepreneur for us to look up to, brother. So we want to give you a shout out tonight.
Absolutely. The brother was DJing since he was like 15.
Teenager, man. Isn't that crazy?
DJing since he was like 15. But you know what the
house parties.
House parties. Crazy.
That's crazy.
The funny thing is, when it got announced that he was getting this award, the group chats went crazy. Who's Mondre Alston?
Yo, man.
But shout out to you, Dre Money. Shout out to you, Jack. So yeah, I got a couple shout outs this week. This week I'm shouting out my brother. Shout out to Catch. Chestnut Checkers. Get with the good brother. And I'm shouting out my dad. My dad's probably watching this now, man. Shout out.
What's up, Reverend?
What's up, Jack? He said it's gold slip time.
Our families go way back, and he never gave me one gold slip.
Listen,
sit over your house. He still wouldn't give me a gold slip.
One time he told me, I picked your name out the hat, and he said, I put it back. I said, why couldn't I get it? He said, I want to get the dilly bar anyway.
Yo, we would be hot over them. Always be hot over them dilly bars, man.
Them dilly bars, Jack. Them dilly bars. Shout out to my dad.
Tomorrow,
what's up, Jack? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Jack. Listen, I'm gonna give you a couple minutes to get your mind right. So you close us out, but then you gotta hit us with something smart too, Jack.
I just text Dre. My name is Rashad Alston. Here's something smart. Change your name sometimes.
Sometimes
follow us on the social media. Follow Adam, follow me, follow the show. We think y'all change it up sometimes.
Change your name.
Came here to take over the game. Yeah. Still. You know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. And type of motion new to you. To us, it's a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them our facts. That's exactly what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love back. Yeah. And been worthy like